Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished. We're using the Colonial Charter mod, version 1.6, the Forge Awakens, and starting today over in our south farming area. I was watching Vapa's game today, and noticed he had a duck farm that was huge. Maybe not quite as big as this square, but it was considerable. Well, we'll guess 20 by 20, but I'm not sure. And he was bringing in about 200 a year in duck meat. This little guy here is bringing in 1,300. So I really think in Colonial Charter 1.6 or maybe Banished 1.0.5, I'm not sure which one is the culprit, if an animal dies in the center, well, wherever an animal dies or gets butchered, it's got only so many squares to go to find an open space for the meat to lay out. So if this was all one big pasture and an animal was butchered here, it's not going to make it out to that part right there, so it just goes away. So the only thing it's counting are the animals that are butchered along the perimeter. So if you were to get small, narrow, I'm guessing that these are working. It may be that if I took this down 1 or 2 notches narrower, we may even get more meat out of these. I don't know. If this one was butchered right there, would it make it to that? It might. I'm not sure. I haven't done that extensive of testing, but each time I have seen someone with a great big large crop or orchard or pasture, great big square, the biggest square that'll let you, I've always seen the numbers are really tiny. So I think that is a flaw in the calculations of the game, that you just have to plan around until all this gets ironed out, which is probably going to happen when Banished comes out of beta and Colonial Charter comes up with their next update. Anyway, there's a save. While I was getting ready to start this episode, I decided to go through and change these 6 to field mushrooms. These are going to be strawberries, and these are carrots. And I'm hoping that that's going to be enough to run our carrot veggie tinneries, our fruit strawberry tinneries. Well, we'll switch over to our mushroom soup tinneries. And the meat is still working on fish, and I think we have never run out of fish, though it's not in this area, so we're not going to see numbers as good. 1,700 compared to the carrots, which routinely comes in close to 2,000. So that's a much better crop or placement for it. It probably wouldn't hurt to put the meat tinnery over here. We'll probably get a lot more food out of it that way. Otherwise, I set most of these farms up for wheat and oats. This is all next year's crops. I've set them here even though it's not what's being displayed. So these are still strawberries and carrots over here. But next year they're going to plant those. And this guy should be up and running by then. We'll have oats processing here and wheat processing there. Went ahead and turned on the rest of the bakery since we've got enough flour and sugar to keep us going for a while. Let's see what this guy's got for us. Ducks and Frisian cows. No, thank you. No others? No others. Okay. I'm going to turn this guy on one more time. I think we'll be fine there. We are into early autumn. What else did I do? I did find all of the distribution barns and set one person in each one of them. They're kind of scattered all around the map. That was quite a shock when I found out that I couldn't just, I can't even see one in here. There's one. They've got the stripe roof, a little different from the other roofs, so you can pick it out right there. Yeah. So what was I saying? That I couldn't just come over to this thing that I deleted. And scroll down to vendors and turn them all on. I had to go through and manually do it all. So that was a shock. I did find out, now that the snow is gone, that these are in fact bugged roads. We're not going to be able to do my plan over here. You can see that's grass. But when you go to delete road, you gonna prove me wrong? What? What am I doing here? Do that again. Delete road. There they are. I guess I got the wrong spot. But you can see that's just grass right there. But it's going to let you delete the road. And over in here, there was another one over here. That is really odd. What is it that I am seeing, or what I'm remembering? Huh. We definitely have this one over here. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's give this one more try then. Let's delete, legitimately, including these stubs over here, all the way through this area until it runs out. We'll just give this one more try. So delete all of those, even though it doesn't show that they're going to do any work. Just in case they do walk out here and take out some imaginary roads that I can't see, I'm going to go ahead and give them the benefit of the doubt. But I had gone through that first row that I was surprised wasn't there, and it was all red just a little while ago. So, we'll see. Now here we're only grabbing things we're actually processing. So I will go ahead and grab the oats and wheat. This way I figure I keep it as close to real numbers as I can. Corn, flour. We're making the flour out of those, so I'm not going to buy those. Alright, so that gives us 4,000. And what is that? 25,000 in pottery sitting right there. Okay, so is that right? That's right, that's a lot of pottery. Okay. Yeah, let me think this one through. There's 4 for every 100, and I need 160, right? Ho-ho! It worked. So trade and dismiss you. And no other traders are in right now. Okay, so large windmill came in. Let's go ahead and add another 2. Let me go over and find that. That is here. We're running 1 out of here and 1 out of here. That's probably going to be enough. So we'll take that down and that down. Okay, so 1 in each. Distribution barn, why are you selected? You're this one, and I guess I missed one. Oh. Oh, he's the one who didn't build yet. That's why I left him on the screen. He was still waiting. Okay, so he's done. That one's done. All the roads are in. We were checking numbers here last time, and I noticed I'd never made it to finish checking the numbers. Hunting cabin, and there's a hardwood forester. Bringing in not that many yet. More stone roots, and yeah, we've got to get this area cleared out. We do have it all queued up though. And a stockpile, there it is. That's queued up. Okay. So we get the stockpile in, we get all the stone and iron out of here. These guys are bringing in, or processing about 300 a year. Don't know how real that is yet. We'll wait until we've got a good supply. Got a little bit of wheat stored out here. Where else is the wheat storing? Wheat is not landing in here. They are preferring the granary, the grain silo. Distribution barn, no. These are probably grabbing the wheat as fast as they're making it, though. Wheat 500, and you wheat 1300. Yeah. So unfortunately, that's just for show. It looks good. It does look good. But they're going to drop it off here, and it's going to immediately get stolen again. Alright, lots of people. Did I really turn that off again? Boy, when I switch over to RimWorld, that's one thing that's going to make my life a lot easier. RimWorld doesn't have this kind of a feature. I just, without even thinking, hit that X. Alright, turn that off. So, let's see here. Let's see, we set the mushrooms. We checked the red roads over there. We're going to wait to see what's going to happen here. I did a check on housing out here, and until I know where the roads are going to finally end up, I don't want to start dropping houses yet. But I could drop one house right there. Let's just do that real quick. Let's put in a salt box out over there. Just like that. Okay. But these guys, for the most part, are living fairly close. There are only 2 at that time that were living farther away, and it might just be because they just changed jobs. Somebody over here was going way out over there, and I don't see him anymore. So I'm guessing it just changed jobs, and we're actually doing fine. Yeah, so that one house there ought to be enough to even this out. We'll need a lot more as we continue this grid and get more housing and farms out here. But we don't need to deal with that right now. But I do want to go that far just because this will allow us to get every crop, every tree, every animal out here. And that's kind of the goal to finish things off. Let's see. Got that one done. Just going through my list right here. I got to thinking we could put the rest of the key wall in through here. Probably from this bridge all the way around to this bridge. I think that would look good. But before I do that, let's get something building. See if there's a chance that we can get it done this episode. This is our city stripped naked. And boy, it does look naked. Wow, what a difference. I mean, it looks pathetic. So let's fill in some spaces here. This is our new tunnel house, and I just realized we used the dark red brick. So that's good. For Colonial, that seems very appropriate. Got a 30 and a 19-year-old living in there. So let's fill in this block and see how that works out. So, house, Colonial. Now, I want to go in. Let's see how well this works out. Now, I've got to remember to hit that red brick each time. So there. There. And let's go in with a Colonial. This is this one right here. So let's go in with a right. And we are one space off. Red brick. There. Going with a left. There. Corner house. There. And R. And corner house and red. I don't think I made a mistake yet. We're 1/4 of the way done. Traders are just going to have to wait. In fact, let's slow down to 1 while I'm doing it. No, don't do that. There. So here, get rid of that. And that's our corner. Now, I've never seen anybody actually use the other corner, so we're going to use that on this other side. This guy right here. I want to see what that's all about. But we've come off of these. So let's go, I'm thinking small, big, small here. Is there a reason to vary this? The coloring. Yeah, it could be. Okay, this one will make red brick all the way through. Next one we'll just put randomly through and see what that looks like. See if it looks a little more realistic, that they were built at different times by different architects, and we'll get the taller one mixed in here and there. And is the tall one the same width? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could swap those. Okay, but let's continue the pattern on this one. And we are up against the side on these. Okay, is that red brick? Can't quite tell. There it is, yeah. Alright, so you're going to go there. You are the right. Big one. F. There we go. And the left. FF. It's not going to be consistent. Threw a random one in on me. Okay, nope, he went back. Okay, take you out. And try again. There's a red. And we actually touched the road on this side. Okay, corner. And R. And you're going to touch the road here. And there is no variance, right? F. No variance, okay. You're going there. Alright, so flip around. Let's do the same thing over here. but we'll put the corner in on this one. So we want a left and red brick. I think that is. Yeah. Can't quite tell from out here. And then we want the center house. Then we want the right. And the corner. Oh, lined up correctly that time. Alright, you're going there. Was that red? That wasn't red. Caught it. Very easy to make a big mistake doing this, since we're doing it kind of blind. And being out this far, it feels blind too. House, corner. That one is. Okay. You're going there. Alright, so theoretically, we are left R, and that is brick. One space in. No, I missed the corner. Everything else looks good. That guy's off. Alright. One more try. Well, 3 more tries. Alright, that's not it. Corner. Here we are. Alright. R, F, F. Right there. That is correct. Interesting. What do you make of that? So he's a space in on this side, which means he's a space in on this side. Maybe there's a porch right there. Let's see that again. No. F. Well, if the backs line up, then we're good, right? Yeah. And we're nice, even. Yeah, I think we're fine. And that is the other one. Okay. So we'll see what happens here. Let's continue in here with the left. RR. And F. Brick. And middle. No, big. Brick. Tunnel. Brick. Hopefully that's right. And the big one. And brick. I think that was brick. And the right. Right there. Brick. So, theoretically, that's good. Let's go see what these traders want. You have got, let's see, stone, we are fine. Tools, we've put some miners back to work, I think. We were in the 7s. We're kind of holding 7. We'll hold off on that. Logs are fine. I don't see any supplies that are needed right now. So, let's check out lumber. There you are. We're more than fine on lumber. Okay, in fact, we need to tone that down. We're still hurting here, so we've got to get the home heating figured out. Until then, we'll go ahead and buy some more fire bundles. And let's see, stone, we're fine. We're good otherwise. Well, for next time, for hardwood is probably still something we're lacking, right? You're here somewhere. Oh, I'm sitting right on it. Well, we're fine for now. Okay. Alright, with that then, I think we're going to call that done. So 1800. And herbs, yeah, we can continue with herbs. So that's 4,000 if we use it all. So 500 is 2,000. So we went 450. Where would we be at? I did it. Hey, 2 out of 2. Trade and dismiss. Let's see what this one's going to do to me. This one. Here we go. Ducks, llamas, and pigs. No more animals right now. Okay. And these traders over here are fine. Okay. So that was the colonial house, the colonial complex. We'll see how that builds when it comes in. And then, what else could we do here? Don't think we have enough room to duplicate it. We might make a big figure 8 out of this. Don't know. Have to think about that. That'd be nice to do something a little different somehow. Where does the tunnel house door? I guess it doors from within the tunnel. I don't know. They don't really show that, do they? Okay. Anywhere else that we could put some conservatories? How's our food? 90,000. We are in late winter. Let's go look at the crops. I was thinking of, we're adding a lot of houses. What's it going to do to us population-wise? But, So these are counted. And there's our 1,000. That's what we're shooting for this field size. Is about 1,000 a year. And we're nailing it this time. Alright. So the 10 by 15 is 1,000 a year size for one farmer with labor pickup. There it is. If your frosts work for you. If the season starts when it's supposed to and ends when it's supposed to. Wow, they have already cleaned up out here. I mean completely. There is not a shred of food left on the ground. Wow, no gleaning left over here. Man. Ducks laid eggs over here. She gonna go pick it up? She is not. The still late winter. Brought in about that 1,200 mark, 12 to 1,300. Chickens don't do near as good. The ducks bring in a lot of meat. The chickens don't. And I don't know what to make of that. If anything, we've got better conditions here than the ducks do. Because these houses block that whole side right there. So the chickens just don't produce as much meat. They seem to produce more eggs, 220, 230, compared to, now 300 and 290. This is a little bit smaller pasture, but not that much smaller. What do we got here? It's 26 animals and 21 animals. So no, not that much different. Here's a 25 animal. And we're coming in at 76, and so 100 meat a year. So ducks would be much better. In fact, I'd say I believe that enough that let's take that down to 0 and we'll just transfer some ducks into that one. So, let's wait till early spring and we'll get our final official numbers off of our fishing over here. We'll call that test done. Warehouse system by the windmills. That's next on my list. I'm trying to come up with buildings that would look appropriate out here. And I'm thinking out over here might be a good place for... let's do this one. For a big warehouse system. We've got our distribution barn over here. And I think we can do that. Yeah. So let's put in... That is what? Here and there. So let's grab our material warehouse. Now, I forgot to look before. We do not have multiple buildings. Okay. So we have one look. And I see we have some road there that never got finished. Okay, I'm going to go right into the center with this. Right there. And then we'll kick the buildings back. So let's put log at this end, so firewood next to him. And the other one was right there, so we're going to go back one. So that's 2 spaces. And then logs next to that one. And then stone. Iron and stone. And we'll do stone over here. And into there. And then iron. Okay, that's going to look good. Now, there is a bug in Colonial Charter right now. I know I saw it on Vapas. He was demonstrating it. And I think it happened to Night Ghost as well. I know how we put keystone in this entire place. At some point it all switched over to white brick. So we were supposed to be putting in keystone. Oh, look at that. The whole place just changed. Right there before your eyes. Okay. So if I quickly delete that, what happens? So now we're keystone again. Wow, that's amazing. So as soon as you lay a different... I wonder, if I were to drop red brick in here, doesn't do anything. Out over here? Okay, let's go to the same spot over here. So it's a keystone and white brick thing, isn't it? Well, let's erase those. Have some poor builders all confused. I did another one where? Right there. Okay, so if I were to do white brick over here, the white brick does it. And then if I were to delete that and put in keystone right here, it all goes back to keystone. So if you made a huge mistake, get all of your keystone in and say, you know, I'd much rather have white brick. Now you know how to switch it. At least until the game updates. I'm sure that's a well-known bug, and I'm sure it's already been rewritten, and they figured out you know, what happened that caused that. So warehouse systems right there. Hedge around the new cemetery is another thing to get done, and I think we can do it right, the archway in the center rather than at the door of the church. So let's do that. Then we'll key wall that other area and probably call this one done. And then we'll take a peek at those colonial houses before we leave and see if anything's happened there. And we also need to get over to the fishery, the dock fisheries before we leave too. All right, so hedges. Let's do flowered hedges over here. Now that is the customized. We didn't do them over on the other side, so let's do that here. So R, and for the sake of argument, we'll aim the arrows out, just in case it does mean anything. Do that, then we want a, well, let's do a corner. That's a tip. Where is a corner? Right there. And that's right there. That's right there. And unfortunately, I can't hedge. I don't think I can hedge right here. We'll try it, but I don't think it'll work. So let's go in. Let's see. Let's get more archways first. So that is R, just like that. Now where do we put it over here? Are these roads straight across from each other? I think it is. I think it is. Okay, right there. Now we'll go in with the straights. And aimed out. Ah, that's right. This will build right over the top of the other one. You have to be careful about that. I think it's right there. There's center, so it should be right here. Okay, I'll leave the corner and let's swing around this way. How full is this getting anyway? Yeah, it looks like we're about a third. So let's see. R that one out. There we go. I was going to do this off camera, but I know there's still folks that really enjoy watching the process. So I don't want to take everything away by getting it all done off camera. It doesn't look like I did this side. Thought I did, but I guess not. So, I think it's right there. We'll fill in a space if not. I think there? We'll see. Alright, now is it possible to put one in here? If not, then what? How do we finish this? Straight. Interesting, I can. Well, let's just do it then. Let's just do it. Give me the two corners. Corner right there. And RR, you're that one. And you're that one. I didn't get that in the right place, did I? You are that one. Okay. So, oops. I can't delete them, can I? No, I can't. Alright, we'll have to build that one and delete it later. So, hedge, flower, and I could put the straight ones in. I guess I could. No. Wait, what's the reason why? Because these are individuals. These are sealed around each other from end to end. So they do not go in a row. Okay. So head straight. We have to do this one at a time. And you are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't see getting an archway into this end. Don't think it's going to work. Okay. So once this one gets built, and I don't think I can even prioritize it. So I'm just... Though it may be possible when it gets to this stage. Can I... Let's see here. Prioritize. And it will not let me. Okay. When it gets to this stage, I might be able to delete at that point. Got... mutton cuts. No, I'll take the mutton, though. Lobster, mussel, tinned meat, sharky. So nothing here is something we can make something out of. So we'll dismiss you. So, key wall, and we are definitely into spring. So let's go take a look at our fish over here. So this guy, no obstructions at all. Alright, let's... Though this is only going to tell us what's happening at this moment. But at this moment, these guys are living fairly close. Fairly close. A little bit further away. And fairly close. Okay. So this one, theoretically, will have the least. And we came in at 2,400. Wow! Only one time did we ever see this get over 2,000 when there were houses around it. Every other time was around 10 to 12. 2,400 with no houses around it. This one, 2,700. And this one had people living the furthest away. This one, 2,800. And this one, 2,700. Okay. I'm going to say that's solved. The houses should be outside of the circle. Keep your circle as empty as you possibly can. You're going to get the most out of it. I think that is conclusive. I'm going to go with that. So that is done. I'm the early 30 minutes. I think I've got time to key wall this section right here and then take a peek over at the Colonial. Wow. We had 10 jobs a while back. Now we're 227. That's with the with all the hedges. We'll take a look at the Colonial buildings over there before we leave. So, looks like we've got a bump out right here. And then we come in and make a corner. Okay, we've got to figure out what to do with these. We're going to see if we can get some houses out here or something. But let's see. Let's think about this. That's under themes. It's right there. Let's go in with this guy. No. These guys. Right there. And R. Right like that. I think that would work. So let's curve back in. There's another save. Right there. Curve in the other way. And... I think that's probably a safe bet right in there. So we'll go right there. Although that brings it in to match that other side over there. Nah, that'll be fine. Now, do we go with a nice curve over here? No, don't do that. Can I delete him? Oh, you're kidding. Well, there's no special box. Let's try it again. Oh, he's out here. Okay. I'm just thinking this would have looked better. Get back to that. Themes. Probably out one more. Which means we're going to... Well, I wish I could see where that green arrow is. Is there a post in that? I don't think there is. which means that a single would look good right there because it'll give us our post. Yeah, alright. It's not quite in the right place, but it'll work. Okay. So with that, we can head this direction. So we'll go back. We'll keep doing the ghosts as much as we can, so we can build on it without having to tear out later. Okay, guys, give it to me. There you are. You can see the water level is creeping up. Get over here. There's too much land showing. Let's do the bridge. Let's similar pattern. So a 3 behind it and come out. And where that comes out is where we will set this line. So that came in just like that, right? Yeah, just like that. So right there, it looks good. Then we diagonaled out of that, like so. And then we'll come straight across and see how that looks. There you are. There you are. Okay. And a single. What do we think? That's pretty good. Okay. Too bad that bumps out so far. I'm tempted to move it back in just... Yeah, I think I will, even though the dirt's going to go up. It just looks odd. Doesn't look right. Okay, so let's destroy those guys there. I think so. Heck, for that matter, let's do the remove structure. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's do these two so we can get rid of this one and see if the pattern fits better next time. Alright, so we're going to themes, key walls, buildings, this guy. Right there. Okay, we do need to bump out. So this was the problem. That dirt right there. So if we can live with that. Come on. Wonder what causes the delay. What is the calculation that's going on? It gives us a consistent run through here. For that matter, probably should have kicked this in at least one more too, but that'll be fine. And I would probably imagine, well, can't really do it there though. Yeah, we have an elevation change. So I have to figure out just what to do here. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. Okay, so with that, how are we doing over here? We've still got a lot of building to... Oh, I'm still running at 1. That's right. I forgot all about that. Okay, that's not going to happen. But that was all there was to check out, right? I think so. Alright, so leave me any thoughts and ideas. What do you want to see done in here? Any other thoughts, plans, things you want to see while we still have a few episodes of Ramblington left? Otherwise, we're going to call this one done. This has been Noble Rambler. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the subscribe down there if you haven't already, and a thumbs up is certainly appreciated. I will see you next time. Bye-bye, folks.